I hate Tesla, or at least that's what I would have said just a few months ago. Things have changed and my mind has been changed. Even though typical evaluations of Tesla show it's an overvalued logo so volatile you might as well throw your life savings on a single number in blackjack, I've been red-pilled. You see, Tesla is like no other company we have ever seen before. It's not a car company, it's not an energy company, it's a completely new type of corporation. A style of business never seen before. Way ahead in the electric vehicle industry and electric storage industry. Efficiency, cost and desire. Think about it. Would you rather have a Tesla or a Fisker or a Toyota or a Renault or any other brand of electric car? I think it's pretty obvious. It doesn't pay a dividend, but other companies in my portfolio barely pay a dividend anyway. For example, Apple has a 0.85% dividend yield, Shell cut its dividend, and Costco has a 0.86% dividend yield. If you're not old, which I like to think I'm not, you likely don't need a constant flow of reliable income passively. I currently have a medium to long term outlook on Tesla stock. This video is going to explain my numerous reasons for this and display some important information for shareholders or future shareholders. Let's analyse Tesla stock. Chapter 1. Elon. Elon Musk is a South African-born American entrepreneur and businessman who founded X.com in 1999, which later became PayPal. When eBay purchased PayPal in 2002 for $1.5 billion, Musk made $180 million from this sale. He used almost all of this money for his other business ventures, and in 2002 he founded SpaceX, and then in 2003, Tesla. Tesla Motors began its life with an ambition to build an electric sports car, and in 2008 they released their first vehicle, the completely electric Roadster. The first thing that stands out about their vehicles is the amazing battery life. Tesla also creates and invents groundbreaking energy storage systems which surpass anything made by its competitors, so this makes sense. Because of Elon Musk's entrepreneurship and success in creating businesses, as well as his personality, he has amassed an almost cult following. Love him or hate him, he's definitely an outside-the-box thinker and hard worker. One of the most astonishing tweets from Elon recently was the famous tweet about Tesla stock. Tesla stock price too high in my opinion. This tweet is nothing like anything else finance has ever seen. Imagine bombing your own company's stock by 8%. The stock finished the day at $700, and just a few months later, here we are sitting around $1,400 a share. Chapter 2. The productive efficiency of Tesla Motors. For me, one of the biggest selling points on Tesla is the efficiency of production. Cars made by Tesla are much cheaper to produce than its competitors, and even the production lines themselves cost a fraction of the typical automotive production line. For example, the Cybertruck, which may, by the way, despite its odd looks, have a larger market than you think, is extremely cheap to manufacture. One of Tesla's strong points has always been economies of scale, and they are so far ahead of their competitors that it's reasonable to assume that they will maintain a large market share of the electric vehicles industry. Catherine Woods, pioneer of the ARK Invest funds centered on disruptive technologies, predicted in 2018 that Tesla stock could hit as high as $4,000. This is when the share price was only $300.
Because the reason, so Kathy, for better or worse, because there's always two sides to a story, you at ARK Invest have become very closely associated with one stock in particular, and that is Tesla, because you made a lot of waves by attaching a $4,000 price target to the shares at one point.
Yes.
And her mind hasn't changed. In February of 2020, she yet again stated that Tesla stock could hit as high as $7,000. The problem with Tesla is that because the company is so unique, the analysts simply don't know how to analyze it. On multiple occasions, top Wall Street personalities have shorted Tesla, predicting a crash in share price. And here's where we come to my thoughts on Tesla specifically. To an investor that focuses on technicals or fundamentals, it's hard to see the value in Tesla stock. Speculative stocks are so volatile that if you are not careful, you can and will get burned. But I think in every portfolio, some growth stocks are essential, and Tesla has huge potential. Just looking at some PE ratios of some popular growth stocks, AMD has a PE ratio of 130, Shopify has a trailing 12 months PE of 1094 compared to the internet services industry PE of 34.54. With this in mind, I think it's safe to assume that the majority of growth companies are partially speculative, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad investment. People are investing in Tesla on the assumption that the company will make vast profits in the future. There's a funny quote I heard the other day from YouTuber Joseph Carlson, which reads, "Want to make money? Invest in companies that don't." Now let me emphasise, this is not me saying throw your life savings into growth stocks like Tesla, but it is shocking how true this is. By far, this year, if you'd invested in speculative growth companies, you would have made more than dividend investing. Chapter 3. The Bad and the Ugly. Tesla has one of the biggest shorts, $20 billion to be exact, against it, and it's not hard to see why. To anyone accustomed to the stock market, Tesla could be interpreted as an inflated bubble about to pop, and it's for this reason that I have only invested a small amount of my portfolio in Tesla, in a growth stocks account separate from my dividend paying companies. This helps me keep a track of it better. I will also not buy more Tesla while the price is lurking around its current highs. The upside seems disproportionate to the downside, counterproductive when investing. In summary, I think this year has shown just how irrational the stock market can be. People buy on emotion and fear of missing out, but looking deep into some of these growth stocks, I believe some are worth a small part of the pie in your portfolio. Thanks for watching, and I thank you for your continued support on this channel. I did different visuals for this video, so please let me know if you like the Vegas edits or my go-to whiteboard edits. If you would like to get a free share worth up to £100, please use the link in the description of this video and deposit £1 into your account. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.